now winter in my part of the world, so my hair now needs different things than it needed in the summer. So let's talk about winter hair care. If you live somewhere that doesn't get cold in the winter, lucky you. Probably not the video for you, but maybe watch it in case you decide to visit a colder climate sometime over the winter, because you'll be shocked at how much your hair can shift in its needs by just changing climate. When I go down to Florida, my hair has completely different needs than when I'm up here in Canada, or when I go to Las Vegas, it's still a hot climate, but a very different climate than the Florida climate. My hair has completely different needs again. So understanding what your hair needs in different climates is really important. But today is going to be about winter weather. We just got our first snowfall here in my part of Canada. Other parts of Canada have been snowy for quite a while, but I live in southern Canada, so we don't start to get snow until the end of November, beginning of December. So we just got our first big snowfall of the year today, so that inspired me to talk about winter hair care, because I have noticed my hair's needs shifting as the weather has changed. Some of the things that start to happen to my hair when the weather changes, it gets more dry, it's a little bit more lifeless, and I have to start dealing with static, which I didn't do before. And the reason these things happen is the air outside is drier. We've lost all that humidity that we have in the summer. You've got indoor heating, which really changes the climate inside your house and causes your house to get a lot drier. And it's just a different type of air for your hair than during the summer months. And when you go outside, you're now exposing your hair to extreme cold weather, which just like it affects your skin and other parts of your body, it of course affects your hair as well. We're also typically dressing differently, which can affect our hair. We're wearing more hoodies, wearing more scarves, we're wearing more toques, and all of those things can also affect your hair because they cause friction and they react with the dryness and they make everything feel worse. So all of those things combined are going to make your hair have things it needs to be done a little differently during this time of year. So first of all, even if you have fine hair, you really want to focus on hydrating your hair a lot, because even if you have a more oily hair type, your hair is going to get a little bit more dry and it needs hydration, especially if you're finding your hair is staticky. That's a good indication that your hair needs more hydration. If it was properly hydrated, it wouldn't be affected as much by the levels of static that you're going to experience in the everyday life that you are. So more hydration. Look for shampoos that have ingredients like glycerin or hyaluronic acid. That's going to help your hair retain any moisture. And then make sure you're using a good leave-in conditioner every single time you wash your hair to add hydration. Leave-in conditioner is a great lightweight way to put extra hydration in your hair. If you're someone who has oily hair and you're afraid of using hydrating products, just make sure you're using a hydrating product that also has sulfates, because it's still going to really cleanse and get all the oil and buildup off of your scalp to get your hair nice and fluffy and clean feeling, but it's going to leave behind some really hydrating properties. And things like glycerin and hyaluronic acid, they are hydrating in the sense of they're going to lock in moisture from that water that you used when you washed your hair, as opposed to looking for topical products like cocoa butter, shea butter, things like that, which are better for more coarse or straw-like hair types, not really silky, smooth, fine hair types. Those are heavier, and those are the type of hydrating products that are going to weigh your hair down. But products that have words like glycerin, hyaluronic acid, things like that are going to make your hair feel hydrated, retain moisture without weighing your hair down. Don't be afraid of deep conditioning. You want to make sure that you're adding a deep conditioner. Now, I personally like to use deep conditioner all year round. However, if that is something that scares you, you don't have to do it, but I definitely suggest doing it in the winter. Depending how often you wash your hair is going to determine how often you deep condition. But if you wash your hair every single day, I would deep condition every 4th or 5th time that you wash your hair. So if you wash your hair once a week, I would deep condition once a month. Just figure it out. Every 3rd to 5th time you wash your hair, go ahead and deep condition your hair. If you feel like your hair needs more, then do it more. It won't hurt your hair to do it all the time. And if you feel like it's too much, then maybe lay off of it. But I suggest a deep conditioner. Typically, as long as you're using a deep conditioner that is formulated for your hair type, then you are going to have success, as opposed to one that's going to make your hair feel too weighed down. Try and keep the deep conditioner off of your scalp. If you have an oily scalp, and mostly get it from the mids to the ends. But if you have shorter hairs, don't forget the mids of the shorter hairs is up here, close to your scalp, not down here. You might miss that. So if you have shorter hairs, make sure you take those shorter sections and work it into those sections at the length that they are, as opposed to just going through your hair like this and you're missing all those short hairs. Two masks that I really like right now that work for my fine hair, so they might work really well for your fine hair, are the Dove 10-in-1 Bond Strength. This one is not only hydrating, but it's also strengthening, which is why I like it for my blonde dyed hair, because it helps to strengthen my hair while it also hydrates my hair. And I also like the Design Me Puff Me Volume hair mask, because it is designed specifically for fine hair, but also to still give it all that hydration and nourishment that it needs, while still being lightweight and promoting volume. So those products are slightly different price points. Obviously the Dove is a little bit, well, more than a little bit cheaper, but Design Me is not an overly expensive brand, but it is a professional brand, so it is a bit more expensive than the Dove. But try them both if you want, or try one, and if you hate it, try the other. I love both, I have both, and I use both. Do your best to protect against frizz. So I mentioned before, using a leave-in conditioner. That's great. You put that in when your hair is wet before you blow dry. And then you can get yourself a serum of some sort. A serum is going to help to coat the hair and keep the static and the frizz away. It's going to be super, super hydrating. Some serums that I would suggest for finer hair are, I do really like this Eve 10-in-1 Primer for Fine Hair by Eve NYC. That's probably not so much of a serum, it's more of like a misting oil, but same idea. And I also really like the OGX misting oil here, this one, and I do also like the Joico Blonde Serum and the Food for Soft Serum. So those are a few different options that you can try. I will add all of their names in the description. All of them work really well in my fine hair, so they are a great place to start. Another product that we've talked about before, actually, that I do love as well. Now, I do lean more towards the oils and the serums in the winter, but if you find those are too heavy, a smoothing balm is also a great option, and the Olaplex number 6 is what I use for that. I do tend to use the Olaplex number 6 more in the summer and stick to more of the oil and serum-based products in the winter, but if you try them and they are just a no for you, then try out the smoothing balm. That might be a better product for your hair. If you're finding your hair is getting really staticky when you brush and when you try to style, switching to a brush with boar bristles can be really helpful. Boar bristles is this type of brush here. This brush is so dirty, but it's this type of brush here that has these bristles, and that is going to smooth and distribute moisture through your hair and just help to promote smooth hair over flyaway staticky hair. Lower your heat settings in the winter. You're not going to need as much heat as you do when your hair is full of moisture. Your hair is going to hold styles a lot better when your hair is more dry. So lower your heat settings. Lower them to the lowest that they can go. If you have fine hair, you can probably even get away with your flat iron on low. So put it on the lowest setting possible, see how it works, and go up from there to whatever heat setting you need, but don't go above whatever heat setting you need. Don't just blast it on high, because I guarantee you in the winter, your hair does not need to be on high, and if you're using your heat tools on high all the time, you are absolutely exasperating all the problems that your hair's having, causing it to get drier, more staticky, more dull looking. Lower your heat tools. Don't forget about nourishing your scalp. In the winter, scalp care is really important. Scalp care is skin care. There is skin on your head and it is going to get dry like the skin in the rest of your body in the winter. So make sure that you are using a scalp exfoliator. Get a scalp scrub. This is the scalp scrub that I use. You can also do a scalp exfoliating serum. This is the Loreal scalp exfoliating serum that I use. And you can also just use a shampoo brush. That's what these look like. I get them on Amazon. I have some in my Amazon storefront. I use those all year round. When I think of it, I'm not really consistent, but I try to use them to wash my hair. That's going to also exfoliate your scalp. And then hydrate your scalp. That is oiling your scalp, you know, on a regular basis, maybe twice a month, or using a scalp mask, or just once in a while when you're doing your hydrating conditioning treatments to massage some of that conditioner into your scalp and let it sit for a few minutes. You want to moisturize and take care of that skin on your scalp just like you do on the rest of your body. Last, and something people don't always think about, is hydrate your body. Everything is drier in the winter, your skin, your hair, your nails, your whole body. And a great way to hydrate is from the inside out. So making sure you're getting lots of fluids, lots of water, hydrating yourself, nurturing your body, taking good care of yourself, getting lots of sleep. Stress on the body causes stress on your hair. So the more sleep deprived and water deprived you are, the more your hair is going to suffer. The more stress you have going on in life, the more your hair is going to shed. So take care of your body, take care of your mind, and your hair will respond really well. I hope that helps. I hope that gave you some ideas of how to take care of your hair this winter. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions and if there are any other topics that you would like me to talk about here on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I love having you here. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you are not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button so that you can join my family here on DIY Hair School. Bye.